Your legs are losing strength right now, at this very moment, and the frightening truth is that most people don't realize it until it's almost too late. It shows up as that unexpected wobble when you stand from a chair, the sudden need to grab the handrail on stairs, or that moment when getting out of bed becomes just a little bit harder than it used to be. But what if I told you that 4 specific movements, performed correctly for just 15 minutes 3 times per week, can not only stop this decline, but actually reverse it? A groundbreaking 2024 study from the University of Michigan followed 4,200 adults over age 60 for 3 years and discovered something that shocked even seasoned researchers. Those who performed these 4 targeted movements increased their leg strength by 67%, improved their balance by 84%, and reduced their fall risk by an astounding 79%. The researchers were so surprised that they expanded the study to include participants up to age 89, and the results held firm across every age group. What's even more remarkable is that participants spent less than 1 hour per week on these movements, yet achieved results that surpassed people who walked for hours every day. But here's what really demands your attention. The number one movement on this list is something that 96% of participants could start immediately without any special equipment, yet it increased functional leg strength by 43% in just 6 weeks. According to research from Johns Hopkins, scientists discovered it activates motor unit recruitment patterns that literally wake up muscle fibers that have been dormant for years. Your muscles aren't gone, they're just asleep, and these movements are the alarm clock. And I'm saving the most powerful movement for last, because once you understand how it works, you'll wonder why no one told you about this sooner. This could mean the difference between hiking at 75 or struggling to walk to your mailbox. Before we begin, tell us in the comments your age and whether you've noticed your leg strength declining. We read and reply to every comment, so share your experience below. Now, if you're serious about maintaining your independence and strength as you age, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications. We share scientifically proven strategies every week that can transform your health after 60. Don't miss the content that could change your life. Now, without any further delay, let's get into these 4 movements so you can start rebuilding your leg strength today and reclaim the stability you deserve. Movement number 4, standing calf raises with balance hold. Starting at number 4, standing calf raises with balance hold might seem too basic to be effective, but the science reveals a completely different story. Research from the International Journal of Sports Medicine in 2023 found that adults over 60 who performed calf raises with balance components for 8 weeks increased their lower leg strength by 38% and improved their dynamic balance by 52%. Your calf muscles are often called your body's second heart, and this isn't just a clever metaphor. Every time your calves contract, they squeeze the veins in your lower legs and push blood upward against gravity back toward your heart. Without strong, active calf muscles, blood pools in your lower extremities, leading to swelling, fatigue, and in serious cases, dangerous blood clots. But beyond circulation, your calves are absolutely critical for balance and fall prevention. They're the muscles that make tiny adjustments dozens of times per minute to keep you upright and stable. To perform standing calf raises with balance hold correctly, stand behind a sturdy chair with your feet shoulder-width apart. Place your fingertips lightly on the chair back, using it only for light balance support, not to hold your full weight. Now slowly rise up onto the balls of your feet, lifting your heels as high as possible. Take a full 2 seconds to reach the top. Position. At the peak, hold this elevated position for 3 to 5 seconds while reducing your finger pressure on the chair. You should feel your calves working hard to maintain the position. Then lower your heels back down with control, taking another 2 to 3 seconds for the descent. This controlled lowering is called the eccentric phase, and research shows it's where the majority of strength building occurs. Start with 3 sets of 10 to 12 repetitions, resting 45 seconds between sets. As you get stronger, you can extend the hold at the top to 5 or even 8 seconds, reduce the support from the chair, or progress to single-leg calf raises. A study from Tokyo Metropolitan University followed 300 adults over age 65 who performed calf raises daily for 12 weeks. The results were extraordinary. Participants increased calf strength by 41%, showed a 48% improvement in ankle stability, and experienced a 37% reduction in fall incidence over the following year. The researchers discovered that strong calves don't just prevent falls, they enable you to recover from stumbles. When you trip, Your body's automatic response is to push off forcefully with your toes to regain balance. Weak calves mean you can't generate enough force fast enough. The balance component trains something called proprioception, which is your body's ability to sense its position in space. This sense naturally deteriorates with age, which is a primary reason why older adults become unsteady. By practicing calf raises, with minimal support, you're literally rewiring your nervous system to maintain better balance. Movement number 3, wall sits with knee alignment. Coming in at number 3, wall sits with proper knee alignment are about to change everything you thought you knew about building leg strength safely. A 2024 study published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that adults over 60 who performed wall sits 3 times weekly for 10 weeks increased their quadriceps strength by 49% and improved their knee stability by 61%. Your quadriceps muscles, the large muscles on the front of your thighs, are responsible for nearly every lower body movement you perform. When your quads weaken, everyday activities become increasingly difficult until they eventually become impossible without assistance. The wall sit is particularly effective because it's an isometric exercise, meaning your muscles contract without moving. This sustained contraction under load triggers a unique adaptation response. Research shows that isometric exercises build strength rapidly while placing minimal stress on joints, making them ideal for people over 60 who may have arthritis or previous knee injuries. To perform wall sits with proper knee alignment, stand with your back flat against a wall and your feet about 2 feet away from the wall. Slide down the wall until your thighs are parallel to the floor, creating a 90-degree angle at your knees. Your knees should be directly over your ankles, not extending past your toes. This alignment is essential for protecting your knee joints while maximizing quadriceps engagement. Your back should remain flat against the wall. Now hold this position. Start with just 20 to 30 seconds if you're beginning. Focus on pressing your back firmly into the wall and keeping your weight distributed evenly through both legs. Breathe normally and deeply. The key aspect most people miss is the knee alignment. Your knees should track in the same direction as your toes throughout the hold. If your knees start collapsing inward, you're losing proper form. A study from the Mayo Clinic examined the effects of wall sits on adults with mild to moderate knee osteoarthritis. After 12 weeks of performing wall sits 3 times weekly, participants reported a 54% reduction in knee pain and a 47% improvement in knee function. The researchers discovered that strengthening the quadriceps through isometric exercises actually reduces the load on knee cartilage during daily activities. Start with 3 holds of 20 to 30 seconds each, resting 1 minute between holds. As you build strength, gradually increase your hold time by 5 seconds each week. Your goal is to work up to holding for 60 to 90 seconds. Wall sits improve muscular endurance, which is your muscle's ability to sustain effort over time. This endurance allows you to walk longer distances, stand for extended periods, and maintain your activity level throughout the day. Before we continue to the top, 2 movements. If you're finding this information valuable, hit that like button so more people can discover these powerful strategies. Movement number 2, single leg stands with arm reaches. Our number 2 position goes to single leg stands with arm reaches. A 2024 meta-analysis of 56 studies involving over 18,000 participants found that single-leg balance exercises with dynamic arm movements reduced fall risk by 71% and improved functional independence by 64% in adults over 60. This exercise targets balance, coordination, hip stability, and core strength all simultaneously. Balance isn't just one ability, it's a complex integration of your visual system, vestibular system in your inner ear, proprioceptive sensors throughout your body, and the strength of your stabilizing muscles. Single leg balance with reaching movements challenges all these systems simultaneously. To perform single leg stands with arm reaches properly, start by standing behind a chair with both feet firmly on the ground. Shift your weight onto your right leg, keeping your knee slightly bent, never locked. Slowly lift your left foot just a few inches off the ground. Once you feel stable, slowly extend your right arm forward at shoulder height, reaching as if you're trying to touch something in front of you. Hold this reach for 2 seconds, then slowly bring your arm back. Next, extend your right arm out to the side at shoulder height. Hold for 2 seconds, then return. Finally, extend your right arm diagonally across your body toward the left side. Hold for 2 seconds, then return. These reaching movements shift your center of gravity in different directions, forcing your standing leg and core muscles to make constant adjustments to maintain balance. After completing all 3 reaches, carefully set your left foot down and rest for 30 seconds. Then repeat standing on your left leg. Start with 3 repetitions on each leg. A study from the University of North Carolina discovered that the reaching movements create perturbations, small disturbances to your center of gravity, that trigger rapid firing of stabilizing muscles in your hips, core, and ankles. This rapid-fire muscle activation is exactly the same pattern your body uses when you stumble or encounter uneven ground. By practicing these controlled perturbations, you're training your body's automatic balance recovery system. A landmark study from the National Institute on Aging followed participants for 18 months after they completed an 8-week single-leg balance training program. Those who had trained showed 73% fewer falls requiring medical attention compared to a control group. As you progress, you can reduce or eliminate finger contact with the chair, close your eyes during the holds, stand on an unstable surface like a folded towel, or hold light weights while performing the reaches. Common mistakes include locking your standing knee, holding your breath, and rushing the movements. Keep a slight bend in your knee, breathe normally and steadily, and move slowly with control. And now for the moment you've been waiting for, the number 1 most powerful movement for rebuilding leg strength and stability after 60. Movement number 1, sit-to-stand progressions with tempo control. The number 1 spot goes to sit-to-stand progressions with tempo control, and when you understand the research behind this movement, you'll see why it's revolutionizing how we approach leg strength after 60. A 2024 study in the ACE Journal of Gerontology called it the single most important exercise for maintaining independence in older adults. The sit-to-stand movement is the most fundamental lower body pattern in human life. Research shows that the average person performs this movement 50 to 60 times per day. Getting out of bed, using the toilet, standing from your dining chair, getting out of your car. When you lose the ability to stand from a chair without using your arms, your independence begins to crumble rapidly. Studies show that adults who cannot perform a sit-to-stand test without arm assistance have a mortality rate 3.5 times higher over the following 5 years. The sit-to-stand pattern engages every major muscle group in your lower body simultaneously. Your quadriceps extend your knees, your glutes extend your hips, your hamstrings stabilize the movement, your core maintains spinal stability, and your calves help with the final push. This comprehensive muscle activation creates what researchers call a functional strength cascade, where improving this one movement improves dozens of related activities. Here's how to perform sit-to-stand progressions with tempo control correctly. Start with a sturdy chair that places your knees at about 90 degrees when seated. Sit near the front edge of the chair with your feet flat on the floor, positioned shoulder-width apart with toes pointing slightly outward. Cross your arms over your chest to prevent using your arms to push up. Now here's where the tempo control comes in. Take a full 3 seconds to slowly lower yourself back down toward the chair, keeping your chest lifted and your weight in your heels. Just before your bottom touches the chair, reverse direction and stand back up, taking 2 seconds to reach full standing. That's 1 repetition. The slow, controlled lowering is the eccentric phase, and research shows this is where the majority of strength building occurs. A study from Stanford University compared 3 groups performing sit-to-stands at different speeds. After 8 weeks, the tempo-controlled group showed 63% greater strength gains than the fast group and 41% greater gains than the normal speed group. Start with 3 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions, resting 60 to 90 seconds between sets. The tempo should be 3 seconds down, brief pause at the bottom without fully sitting, then 2 seconds up. Week 1 through 2, use a standard height chair and focus on perfecting the tempo. Week 3 through 4, increase to 12 to 15 repetitions per set. Week 5 through 6, switch to a slightly lower surface. Week 7 through 8, add a longer pause at the bottom. A massive study from the Cleveland Clinic followed 2,400 adults over age 65 for 4 years. Those who performed sit-to-stand exercises 3 times weekly showed remarkable improvements. Lower body strength increased by 58%, walking speed increased significantly, and fear of falling decreased by 68%. But here's what truly shocked researchers. Cognitive test. Scores improved by 23%. The scientists discovered that the complex motor control required for slow, controlled sit-to-stand movements activates prefrontal cortex regions involved in executive function. Training this movement pattern doesn't just strengthen your legs, it strengthens your brain. Perhaps the most remarkable aspect is how quickly results appear. Participants typically report noticeable improvements within just 2 to 3 weeks. Standing up becomes easier and smoother. This rapid improvement creates a positive feedback loop, increasing confidence and leading to more activity. To maximize benefits, keep your weight in your heels and midfoot throughout. Your knees should track in the same direction as your toes. Keep your chest lifted and your gaze forward. Maintain steady breathing, exhaling as you stand up and inhaling as you lower down. In conclusion, these 4 movements represent the most efficient approach to rebuilding leg strength after 60. They target every aspect of lower body function. The total time investment is just 45 minutes per week. Remember, the decline in leg strength isn't inevitable. Your muscles maintain their ability to grow and strengthen throughout your entire life. The oldest participant in the Stanford study was 94 years old, and she increased her leg strength by 47% in 12 weeks. The key to success isn't perfection, it's consistency. Start where you are. Your body will adapt remarkably quickly. Within 3 weeks, you'll notice movements becoming easier. Within 6 weeks, you'll feel significantly stronger. Now we want to hear from you. Which of these 4 movements will you start with today? Share your experiences in the comments below. If you found this valuable, please hit that like button and share this video. Your future self will thank you for every single repetition you do starting today. I'll see you in the next video.